Are bank stocks worth buying now? This is the topic for today's video and magre-react naman ako on a video from Intelligent Investing with April Tan. Ganun talaga ha, tinatamad akong mga ng sarili kong topic these days. So here's a video na in-upload nila recently. Then yung panoorin ako, magre-react na lang ako on different slides and share my personal opinion. Anyways, if you want exclusive investing contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. So first of all, about sa topic niya, maganda bang bumili ng banking stocks right now? Well, I think the best time to buy bank stocks 2 to 3 years ago nung nagpi-peak, 'di ba? Yung interest rate and banks are showing signs of impressive growth na hindi pa sila pinapansin dati. Ngayon, I think dapat di ka na masyadong naging aggressive on the banking sector, lalo na pababa na yung interest rate. So parang nangyayari ngayon is period of adjustment ngayon for the banking stocks. And so far, a lot of them are still showing signs of growth, profitable, ganyan. So I think there are still some good buys out there. Pero kung bibili ka man, I think more on parang nagdadagdag ka na lang, or maybe a small part of your overall investing portfolio yung inallocate mo, di ba? So sabi nila disappointing daw yung Q2 earnings. Nag-slow down yung ibang bangko, especially napansin ko si the biggest bank, BDO. Nag-slow down siya on its Q2 pero bumabawi lang, bababawi ng Q3, Q4. Pero yung iba, I think they're still growing. Yung iba like China Bank, ganyan. Nag-accelerate pa rin yung or nagre-reaccelerate yung growth. MBT bumawi. And yung iba, still growing pero malaki yung exposure nila sa consumer lending. Okay, ang tanong hanggang kailan? So ito yung breakdown ng earnings. And the first one, BDO, flattish, di ba? Yan yung sinabi ko kanina. So madaming nagko-correct recently na mga mga bank stocks. Ang tanong, sasalo ka ba? Yari, BDO. I think BDO still trading, still trading way above its book value, di ba? Despite nagre-report siya ng flattish, mukhang ito pa yung mga pwedeng padapain, no? Yung BPI nag-grow, ayan, CBC, kung lang sinabi ko na nag-re-accelerate yung kanyang growth. You have East West Bank, kasi ito consumer banking, no? Picks to ngayon ng mga analyst. Madaming analyst pinipili nila East West Bank. Pero personally, I don't like East West Bank. I think when there's a massive slowdown in the economy, ito yung unang tatamaan only because ang pangit na yung asset quality. So far, karoon siya ng rally recently. Nagpapahinga lang. You have Metro Bank. Hindi maganda yung Q2 nito, no? I should say, hindi maganda yung Q1, pero nakabawi siya on Q2. And of all the banks right now na nasa main index, I think ito yung may magandang asset quality. I think doon sila nagfo-focus this year. Pakandahin yung nilang asset quality. And then you have PNB, one of the naging high flyer na bangko on recent years. Pero similar to East West Bank, di rin maganda yung neto. So asset quality, so it's just a matter of hanggang kailan niya ipupush yung kanyang profit growth before siya mag-set aside or pagandahin yung kanyang asset quality. You have SECB for the longest time fixed din to ng mga analyst, and similar to East West Bank, more on rin to. Kanyang profile is consumer lending. So karon siya ng rally last year. Bumalik ngayon, chill na naman siya diyan. And then you have UBP, dati tong nasa main index pero for the past 3 to 4 years, this one is a struggling bank. I don't think alam niya yung kanyang identity sa sa bank, okay? I think a lot of their strategies are failing. Remember, karon nga to ng merger, no? Citibank Philippines, pero it seems hindi nang materialize yung mga asset na yon, okay? Then recently, nasa na yan? Co-offer na siya ng buy and sell ng crypto. So, ang gulo niya, okay, na bangko. Hindi niya alam anong direksyon yung pupuntahan niya. Okay. Then you have RCB. Minsan maganda performance, minsan pangit. Pero may malakas tong backing, no, mga Japanese. And wala dito yung recently lang na-promote sa mid-cap EUB na dinidiscuss ko on my channel for the past few years. Ito rin, no, one of the best performing bank on recent years. So far, growing pa rin pero nag-slow down na rin siya compared sa growth niya last year or 2 years ago. So I think kung bibili ka ng bangko ngayon, more on na lang siguro yan, no? Defensive, and ang pinaka-defensive dito again is MBT because of the improving asset quality, better than BDO, BPI, China Bank, and still trading at a higher dividend yield compared to a lot of these. Actually, siya nga ito yung pinakamatas dito di ba? So if ma-maintain nila yung performance nila or mag-grow man sila ng konti this year, I think ma-maintain yung kanilang high dividend payout ratio. So, ito yung loan growth ng mga bangko kung saan ito yung segment na dito nabubuhay talaga yung madaming bangko. And BDO, laging double digit interest margin. Nag-i-improve nga siya no? So, BPI, ito yung nag-slow down yung kanyang loan growth. Pero interest margin, improving. CBC, ayan yung sinasabi ko niya, re-accelerate na naman yung kanyang loan growth. Interest margin is improving. East West Bank, syempre malakas loan growth nito kasi nga consumer banking interest margin. Pero pag tinignan mo yung asset quality niyan, pangit, okay? Yung NPL ratio, sobrang di maganda. So MBT loan growth is nagde-decelerate. Margins parang flattish since 2024. PNB, mababa loan growth niya kasi yung mga profit nito more on gagaling sa other forms of or other income, di ba? Yun yung nagdadrive ng profit nito. SECB, again, similar to East West Bank, more on consumer banking. So, sa ngayon, it seems mas naging attractive as a consumer banking si East West Bank, no? Kaysa kay SECB. Kung etong dalawang metrics lang na to yung titignan mo, pero in terms of asset quality, pares naman silang pangit, pero mas pangit yung kay East West Bank. And then you have Union Bank. Wala na to, no? Walang bagsak na yung loan growth nito. Pero eventually, ganyan yung sasapitin ng mga mga consumer banking, di ba? Pag papangit yung kanilang yung kanilang asset quality, eventually hindi na yun magpapa-loan. Okay. Then you have RCB, saktuan lang. Okay. So makikita nyo rito, BDO, BPI, MBT halos nagpapantay na sila sa loan growth, no? Natalo na lang siya on net interest margin. And yet, yung dalawa, especially si BPI ito dapat yung talagang magko-correct ng matindi, no? Which is, ayun, nangyayari na pala. Pero I think, dapat pang mag-correct yan ng mas malalim. Kung ganyan lang yung performance niya. So, 85, ayun, no, di ba? 85, mas magko-correct pa to ng malalim. Uy, okay. Ayun, si MBT, nagko-correct din siya, pero I think, kung mag-correct man to, hindi siya mas malalim compared kay PDO tsaka BPI kasi eto pa nga to, hindi pa nga to nagtitrade above its book value di ba? Samantala yung ibang mga ka-blue chips niya trading above their book value 86. So mas talaga ngayon, no, mas parang defensive ngayon ang Metrobank. So eto na yung consumer loans as of percent total. Is West Bank 77%. And then, hindi, nung 2Q 2023, 77, biglang naging 84. SecB, ayan, umarangkada na rin sa consumer. Then you have UBP, di ba? 59%. Grabe. Na itong mga to, yung mga consumer loans nila, di ba? Pag nagkaroon ng economic slowdown, ito yung mga tatamaan muna, okay? In fact, nauna na nga si UBP kasi si UBP yan yung binibida niya dati, yung kanyang consumer loan Yung sa pumangit ng pumangit, yung kanyang asset quality, puro provision yung ginawa niya, di ba? Eventually, yun din yung mangyayari kay East West Bank, kay SecB, is just a matter of time. And then sa mga blue chip, pinamababang exposure, MBT, which is I like, 21% only. What allowed banks to sustain margins and how do you see NIMs moving over the next 12 months? I think it's either stable or maybe a little bit pababa, okay? Kaya ang mga bangko over the next coming years, babawi yan on other sources of profit. Tulad nung mga nakikita nyo ngayon, yung mga fees. Kada transfer, kada visit na withdraw, nung fee yung sinisingil, doon sila babawi, di ba? Tsaka yung kanilang pagiging investment banking, ganon, okay? So net interest income, a lot of them are still have growing. Pinakamahina si MBT. Pero because of that declining interest rate environment, ito yung tatamaan, di ba? In the coming quarters. So yung mga may profit growth driver na masyadong reliant on net interest income, sila yung suffer, okay? Provisions nearly doubled this quarter. What caused this spike and should investors be worried about rising credit risk, which is mangyari yan, di ba? There's no way na continuous kang magpapautang ng mga tao, especially yung mga consumer banking na yan, expecting them na lahat sila magbabayad. Okay. Eventually, maipit yung mayan. Pag naipit sila, hindi na magbabayad, mga bangko na masyadong reliant on consumer lending, sila na maiipit, di ba? So I'd say more on focusing on the economic data ng Pilipinas, especially yung yung job report natin pag biglang or pag nagtuloy-tuloy na pababa ng or I should say patas yung unemployment, dun na, okay? Mas lalong mag-spike pa yung mga provisions na yan. So ito yung table nila with provisions. So BDO, pro-provision pa rin, BPI, pro-provision, CBC. Pero tong mga to, ito pala, CBC, maganda nito. Asset quality nito, okay. Itong BDO tsaka BPI parang saktuhan lang. And East West Bank, uy, shit na to. Nagmamatigas ulo pa to eh. Ayaw mag-provision pero eventually gagawin niya yan. Okay. Only 33% change. So MBT nag-provision din siya. And because of that, no, siya na yung may para sa akin best quality in terms of or compared to BDO, BPI. So si PNB ganun din, no, mamatigas ulo to pero eventually provision din yan. SecB, bumomba din ng provision. UBP, eto ko ano to eh, non-stop to na provision ng provision kasi palpak-palpak yung asset niya eh. So, hindi pa siya tapos. Continuous pa rin yung kanyang provisioning. And then you have RCB. Provision na rin. Okay. So, on average, grabe, 93%. Almost double yung pinoprovision ngayon ng mga bangko. So, kakaroon ngayon ng worry sa mga pinapautang nila, no? Laka. Pero syempre, overall, tinilan mo pa rin yung di ba? Relative sa earnings kasi nila na to eh. Yung iba, matataas yung pinoprovision kasi pumuputok naman yung earnings nila. Kapag tinignan mo isa-isa yung kanilang asset quality, doon mo ma-figure out, di ba? Nasa ngayon, ang talagang delikado rito, East West Bank, PNB, si SecB, within siya eh, a little bit above the industry average ata. Ito UBP, pangit din. RCB, hindi ko sure eh. Ito, yung kay RCB, kay asset quality, pangit din pala. Mas pumangit pa siya. 3.99 naging 4.46 and a cover of grabe, below 60%. Nasa ngayon, parang si ito si Metrobank yung ito mong sabihin na asehan ng magandang asset quality. Okay. Ano ba yun? Ayun no, di ba ang baba. And improving 1.57 naging 1.47 and a cover of 191%. Di ba? Ayun, matitigas na bangko, okay? Ito pala, no, asset quality metrics. Makikita mo na rito, ayun, no, East West Bank, pangit. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, no, MBT, talong-talo niya si BDO tsaka BPI. Talo niya rin si CBC, di ba? Kung nandito si AUB, siya yung pinakamaganda eh, in terms of NPL. Kaso hindi nila sinama. And dito niyan makikita, ayan, no, East West Bank, 4.6, delikado. PNB, 5.4, 5.5, delikado. UBP, 7.3. Matagal ng delikado yan. Okay. Tapos yung cover nila, again, MBT pa rin yung nanguna, 154. So si BPI, habol to in the coming quarter. So potentially magre-report to ng mas mababang bottom line. And if that happens, mukhang isa-sell down pa yun ha? Di pa tatapos yun You have East West Bank, 80, PNB 86, SecB 79, UBP 69. Di nila sinasama si RCB Okay. So talagang ngayon, no, while yes may mga may mga alanganin na bangko, meron pa rin namang mga matitikas, no, matitibay. Sabi nila, are the big banks more vulnerable to interest rate? Wala, mas resilient ang mga malalaking bangko lagi. Okay. Yung mga maliliit na bangko na masyadong reliant sa consumer banking. Diba? Mga ipit na yon, mga gipit, mga desperate, ganyan. Okay. And nakita nyo naman kanina, tatas ng nila, no? Kaya mga cover. Now that their prices are down sharply, is it a good time for investors to start accumulating them? Di pa tapos, no? Feeling ko mas magko-correct pa si dyan. BDO, BPI. Ito yung mga consumer banking once na nag-stop yung growth nila, ganyan. So ngayon kasi tinitipid pa nila yung kanilang mga provisions pero the moment na mag-provision sila, nag-stop yung kanilang growth, I think pagpipitikin na yan pababa. Okay. Among the listed banks, which ones are your favorite? So sa chart na pinapakita nila kanina, I think MBT is a solid bank. Maski China Bank. Okay. So si China Bank, stock pick ko rin to dati. Lagi ko tong i-discuss on my channel. So recently, nagpapahinga siya pero nababook value na ito. So 64. So nagtitrade siya ngayon inline sa kanyang book value. So magtuloy-tuloy yung reacceleration ng kanyang growth, then I think magiging ulit siya, attractive. So pinag-uusapan nila yung dividend yield ng MBT. Nasa na yan 6% something ata. And East West Bank, wala yan. Kahit mataas yung dividend yield ni East West Bank, pwede yan mag-collapse anytime. Tulad ng nakita nyo kanina, yung kanyang asset quality is really not that good. Na once na nag-collapse yon, magtutuloy-tuloy yan, just like what happened with Union Bank. Okay. Anyways, I think ayun lang. That's it.